Yes. So this is a solution to the question of the day 25/04/2020. So you can see I posted solution of the day from 24/04/2020. So yesterday I posted the solution for these two questions. Now I'm going to give the solution for these two questions. So the first question is find the minimal polynomial for the real matrix, and the second question is a theorem based on the problem of minimal polynomial. So the important information is that the question of the days are very important. These are the questions that are more important than the previous question papers, right? So if you have seen the question papers, there will be no repetition of question. So you will have new question, but the concept will be same, right? So what you will do is after finishing previous question papers, you have to attend question of the day, right? So there are high chances that you may get question from the question of the day also, right? So there are 90% of chances that you get the question of the day from you will get the questions from these questions, because these are very new question. These are questions that have been asked in UPSC point of view. So there are high chances that these questions will appear on for your exam, right? So what you will do is you concentrate to these questions more than the previous question papers, right? Yes. So you can find the question of the day in the community tab on my channel, or in your phone there will be a tab called subscription. So in the subscription you can, if I have posted the question of the day, you will get a notification like this, right? So what we'll do is we'll move on to the problem now. So what they asked is, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, then please subscribe to my channel and share with your friends. So find the minimal polynomial for the real matrix A is equal to 7 4 minus 1 4 7 minus 1 minus 4 minus 4 and 4. So we need to find the minimal polynomial for this matrix. So for finding the minimal polynomial of the matrix, first we need to find the characteristic polynomial, right? So these are the questions that I already solved. These are the that I already solved in a linear algebra playlist. So you please watch linear algebra playlist before solving the question of the day, because the next 10 days the question of the day will be from linear algebra. So what I will do, what I will suggest is you complete linear algebra playlist, then you can solve the question of the day in your own, right? So what we will do is first we have to find the minimal polynomial for that matrix. So in order to find minimal polynomial of the matrix, first we need to find the characteristic polynomial, then we will find the minimal polynomial. So you know how to find the characteristic polynomial for a 3x3 matrix, right? So you know how to find the characteristic polynomial 3x3 matrix. So the given matrix A is, it is 7 4 minus 1 and 4 7 minus 1 minus 4 minus 4 and 4. This is the given matrix. So first what we will do is we will find the characteristic polynomial. So the characteristic polynomial for this, I have given the formula. So which is, so the characteristic polynomial is, so the characteristic polynomial is, so this is lambda cube minus s1 lambda square plus s2 lambda minus s3 is equal to 0. We need to find s1 s2 and s3. S1 is the trace of A. So trace of A. So what is our A here? A is the given matrix. So trace of A is the sum of diagonal element, right? Sum of diagonal element. So which is, so you can see diagonal element are 7 7 4. This will be 7 plus 4. You need to find the sum of that. So which is equal to 18. Now you need to find S2. Now S2 is the sum of minus of diagonals. So you can see diagonals are 7 7 4. First you will find the minor for this diagonal. So in order to find minor for this diagonal, you omit the corresponding column and corresponding row. So you will have the remaining element as 7 minus 1 minus 4 and 4 plus, for second diagonal the minus are, so you omit the corresponding column and corresponding row. So we will have 7 minus 1 minus 4 and 4, and for this diagonal you omit again the corresponding column and corresponding row. So you will have the entries as 7 4 4 7, right? So this is a method to find, this is a way to find S2. So for every diagonal you need to find the minor. So for this diagonal the minus are the terms that are remaining after deleting the columns and row. So you expand this determinant. So this is 28 minus, the minus will be there, right, in the determinant. So minus 4 into minus 1 is plus 4, and this will be equal to 28 minus 4 again, and this is 49 minus 16. So this will be equal to 24 plus 24 plus 49 minus 16 is 33, right? So this is 48 plus 33, which is equal to 81, and S3 is the determinant of A. S3 is the determinant of A. So you have to find the determinant for the given matrix 7, 4, minus 1 and 4, 7, minus 1 and minus 4, minus 4 and 4. So just expand this determinant. So we will have 7 times. So when you expand this, you know how to find determinant, right? I'm not going that. So it will be 28 minus 4 minus 4 times. So this is 16. 16 minus 4 minus 1 into. The second term will be minus. This will be minus 16 plus 28. This will be 7 times 24 minus 4 times 12 minus 1 times 12. So 7 times 24. So this is 168 minus 60. This will be 108, right? So what we have found is we have found S1, S2 and S3. So what you will have is we have the characteristic polynomial is, so the characteristic polynomial lambda cube S1, or S1 is we have found as 18. So this is 18 lambda square plus S2 lambda. S2 is 81, right? 81 lambda minus S3. S3 is our determinant which we found as 108. So this is our characteristic polynomial. But in question they have asked us to find the minimal polynomial. So for first find the minimal polynomial, what you have to do is you have to express this as a product of linear factors, right? You know, these terms seems to be very new. These are very easy. What you do is you express this as, you know, this is third degree polynomial, so you have 3 roots. So you can express this polynomial as lambda minus a1, lambda minus a2, lambda minus a3 is equal to 0, where a1, a2, a3 are the roots for this polynomial. You can always express any polynomial as a product of distinct linear factors. So here where a1, a2 and a3 are the roots of this polynomial. So after finding this, what you will do is, after finding this, you will find the minimal polynomial, right? So what we are doing is, first we are expressing the characteristic polynomial as like this. After expressing this, you will find the minimal polynomial. So and then I will explain what is minimal polynomial also. So first we will find the roots for this equation. So you know how to find the roots for third degree polynomial. So for you just substitute lambda is equal to 1 or minus 1, 2 or minus 2, 3 or minus 3. So 90% of problems you will have one roots among plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3. So in this case, if lambda is equal to 3 here, then this equation will be lambda cube, which is 27 minus 18 into lambda square is 9 plus 81 into lambda is 3 minus 108. So this will be 27 minus 18 into 9. This is 162, right? 162, and this is 243 minus 108. So if I add these two terms, I'll have 243 plus 27. This is 270. And if I add these two terms, you will have again minus 270, which is equal to 0. So therefore, lambda is equal to 3 is one of the root, right? So you can find another two roots by the L method, which you already come across. So you just write the coefficient of this polynomial 1 minus 18, 81 and minus 108. So you just substitute 3 here. So first term will always be equal to 0 here. So add this term. So 3 into 1 is 3, and if you add these two terms, you will have minus what? Minus 15, right? Yes. So minus 15 into 3 is minus 45. So minus 45 plus 81. So this will be 36, right? 81. So this is 5. Yes, 36. And 36 into 3 is 108, and this is equal to 0. Now what you will do is you solve the equation as lambda square minus 15 lambda plus 36 is equal to 0. This is a coefficient of lambda square, and this is coefficient of lambda, and this is constant term. So if you solve this equation, you will have, so the sum is minus 15 and product is 36. So this will be 36, and you have got minus 15. So I can do this like 12 3 minus minus, right? So I can write this as lambda square minus 3 lambda minus 12 lambda plus 36 is equal to 0. So this means if I take lambda common here, so I'll have lambda minus 3. If I take minus 12 common here, I'll have lambda minus 3. So therefore our 12 and 3 are roots for this polynomial. So therefore the roots of the characteristic polynomial is 3, 3 and 12, right? So this is one root and these two roots are which we found now. So therefore these are called the eigenvalues for the given matrix. Suppose if they ask us to find the eigenvalues of the matrix, the answer is 3, 3 and 12. Now you can write this as a, you just substitute a1, a2, a3 here, right? So you mark this equation as star. So our star, so the characteristic polynomial is, so the characteristic polynomial is, so I can express this as a lambda minus the first root, lambda minus second root and lambda minus third root. So I can write this also as lambda minus 3 whole square into lambda minus 12. So this is our characteristic polynomial, right? So we need to find the minimal polynomial. So you know by Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So what Cayley-Hamilton theorem states? Cayley-Hamilton theorem. What Cayley-Hamilton theorem says is that every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. Every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. That means if you substitute lambda in place of a is the given matrix. So that means a minus 3i whole square into a minus 12 you will get as 0, right? That means every square matrix, so here a is square matrix, it satisfies its own characteristic equation. Suppose if you substitute in place of lambda, if you substitute lambda is equal to a and constant term as I, then you will get this as equal to 0. This will always be true. So therefore this is our characteristic polynomial. Now we need to find the minimal polynomial. Minimal polynomial means we have to get the polynomial from this term. If the degree of that polynomial is less than that, then we call that as a minimal polynomial. For example, so this is our characteristic polynomial now. This will always be equal to 0 by Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So what we will do is the possible choice of minimal polynomial. So first you will find the possible choices for minimal polynomial. So minimal polynomial can be, how many ways you can write this? So what we can do is we can write only it can be a minus 3i or it can be a minus 3i square. What I'm doing is I'm writing this, expressing this as all combinations, possible combinations. So we can also this as a minus 3i into a minus 12i, or it can only be a minus 12i, or it can be same a minus 3i whole square into a minus 12i. This will always be equal to, this will always be satisfied, right? Because if you check which of them equal to 0. Suppose if this is equal to 0, then this is a minimal polynomial. Suppose if this is not equal to 0, but this is equal to 0, means this is a minimal polynomial. So you find which of them is equal to 0 and you find the minimal polynomial. Suppose if this is equal to 0, this is also equal to 0. So there are two terms which are equal to 0. So among these two terms you find the least degree. So least degree is this. So you should choose this as a minimal polynomial, right? So minimal polynomial are the factors that itself equal to 0, right? When you substitute lambda is equal to a. So you check whether this is equal to 0 or not. So how to check this is a is the given matrix, so which is 7 4 minus 1 4 7 minus 1 minus 4 minus 4 and 4 minus 3i. So 3i is 0 0 0 0 3 0 0 0 3. So when you subtract this, you have to get all the terms as 0. Surely it will not be possible, right? Because 7 minus 3 is the first term itself will get as 4. So again this is not equal to 0 matrix. So this is not a possible choice for minimal polynomial. Now you find a minus 3i whole square. That is you subtract these two terms and then you multiply that term twice. But you will not get this as a 0. This is also not possible. But when you do this term, you will get this as 0. If you do this term, you will get this. You take this as an exercise. You just find a minus 3i and a minus 12i, and you multiply these two terms, you will get a 0 matrix, right? So you can see our characteristic polynomial always be satisfied, but we find a polynomial which is all satisfied by the given matrix A, whose degree is less than that. A degree is 3, but here degree is only 2. Suppose if there is none of them satisfied, then the characteristic polynomial will be same as minimal polynomial. Suppose if this any one satisfies, then you will have this characteristic polynomial will be 1 and the minimal polynomial will be 1. Suppose if all 4 are not satisfied, then the characteristic polynomial is same as minimal polynomial. But here this happens to be true. So therefore the minimal polynomial is a minus 3i into a minus 12i, or lambda minus 3 into lambda minus 12 is equal to 0. So therefore the characteristic polynomial is lambda minus 3 whole square into lambda minus 12, and the minimal polynomial is lambda minus 3 into lambda minus 12, right? So I hope you understand what is the minimal polynomial. You find all possible combination of this polynomial, and suppose if that any one of them happens to be 0, whose degree is less than the characteristic polynomial, then the polynomial is called minimal polynomial of the given matrix. Suppose if none of them satisfies is equal to 0, then the characteristic polynomial will be same as minimal polynomial, right? So this is our answer. So lambda minus 3 into lambda minus 12 is the minimal polynomial. So you can see if in characteristic polynomial, if we substitute lambda is equal to a here, then the whole equation will become 0. So if that happens, we say that equation annihilates, right? Annihilates means, suppose for example if lambda square minus 2 lambda plus 1 is equal to 0, what happens if lambda is equal to 1? If lambda is equal to 1, then this will be equal to 0, right? So you can see when I substitute lambda is equal to 1, this whole polynomial becomes 0. So that means here 1 annihilates this polynomial. So you know the crocodile, we call crocodile as annihilator, right? So annihilator means it can swallow all. So how many, whatever the large quantity you put, it will swallow all. So that way it is called annihilator. So if you relate that to mathematics, whatever the equation may be, if I substitute that term, if the entire term becomes 0, then the term is called annihilator, right? So here 1 is the annihilator. You can see when lambda is equal to a here, this equation annihilates. That means when you substitute lambda is equal to a here, this equation becomes 0. In that way we call that as that is what annihilates means, right? Yes. So that's it. The minimal polynomial is lambda minus 3 into lambda minus 12. So the proof that the minimal polynomial matrix is a divisor of every polynomial that annihilates the matrix. Now what you have to prove is, the theorem is that the minimal polynomial divides the characteristic polynomial. This is quite natural, right? Because the characteristic, we are choosing minimal polynomial by different combination of factors of this, right? So since factor always divides the characteristic polynomial, so therefore the minimal polynomial always divides characteristic polynomial. But we have to do it mathematically, and then what we have to prove is, and hence prove that minimal polynomial, that first we have to prove that prove that the minimal polynomial matrix is a divisor of every polynomial that annihilates the matrix, right? Minimal polynomial of a matrix is a divisor of every polynomial that annihilates the matrix. That is what I explained the term annihilates. So suppose if there is an equation, and if we substitute a matrix, if the whole equation becomes 0, then that equation annihilates by the matrix A. Now you find the minimal polynomial for that polynomial for that equation. The minimal polynomial is a divisor for every polynomial that annihilates the matrix, and hence prove that minimal polynomial matrix is divisor of characteristic polynomial. So we will prove the theorem now. Yes, so we will move on to the proof of this theorem now. So the minimal polynomial matrix is divisor of every polynomial that annihilates the matrix, right? So let m of x be the minimal polynomial of the matrix, and let h of x be any polynomial that annihilates f, though, right? So our h of x is a any polynomial, and if I put x is equal to a here, then this equation will become 0. That means a annihilates this polynomial. Now you find the minimal polynomial for this h of x. So I'm calling that as m of x, right? So let m of x be the minimal polynomial of matrix and h of x be the polynomial that annihilates a. Now you can see our m of x and h of x are two polynomial. So we can apply division algorithm here, right? So if we apply division algorithm, we can write this m of x and h of x are two polynomial, and you know h of x is the big polynomial and m of x is the polynomial that is in h of x. So apply division algorithm here. So I can write h of x is equal to q of x into m of x plus r of x. These are very elementary, right? This is quotient, this is remainder, and m of x is the polynomial which we are dividing. So either r of x can be equal to 0 or degree of r of x is less than degree of m of x. So don't worry, these are just the definition. I'm just applying division algorithm here, right? So this is a definition of division algorithm. So degree of if this is equal to 0, what we know, what we'll conclude is this m of x divides h of x. If this is not equal to 0, what we will do is this m of x does not divide h of x, right? That is what we do in the school days. So what we will do is, so where r of x can be equal to 0 polynomial or degree of this is less than degree of m of x, right? This is the very elementary definition of division algorithm. So where r of x can be equal to 0 or degree of r of x less than degree of m of x. Now put x is equal to a on both sides. What will happen? This will be h of a, this will be m of a into q of a plus r of a. So we know already h of a, h of x is the polynomial, and we know this polynomial is annihilated by a. So that means when I put a in place of x, the whole equation will be 0. And again, m is the minimal polynomial matrix. When you substitute x is equal to a here, this will all be equal to 0. So we have 0 is equal to 0 into q of a plus r of a. So this means r of a is equal to 0. So that means our remainder is equal to 0. So remainder is equal to 0 means what? Our m of x divides h of x perfectly, right? So therefore, the minimal polynomial divides the any polynomial that annihilates h of x, right? So you can see now we have proved the first result, and hence prove that the minimal polynomial of the matrix is a divisor of characteristic polynomial of the matrix. So you know now our h of x is a characteristic polynomial and our minimal polynomial is as it is. So you know this is characteristic polynomial now. Our h of x is a characteristic polynomial now. So the first case is general case. Now we are proving this for now we are assuming the h of x to be characteristic polynomial. So by Cayley-Hamilton theorem we know that f of a is equal to 0, right? When you substitute a, or h of a is equal to 0 by Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So that means this polynomial is annihilated by a. So we can apply this theorem, and hence characteristic polynomial divides minimal polynomial, right? So this is quite easy proof, but these are very important, right? Suppose you may think that what happens if the remainder is not equal to 0. If the remainder is not equal to 0, that means our m of x does not divide h of x, right? That is what the case here. If the remainder is not equal to 0, then we have this term as a minimal polynomial, but this is a contradiction, so I don't want to get into that. So let me write proof up to this, right? So this is a proof for this statement, and from this statement easily follows from the first theorem which we proved here. So since characteristic polynomial annihilates by Cayley-Hamilton theorem, we can apply this theorem. So therefore our minimal polynomial divides the characteristic polynomial. So these are very important theorem. So this can be asked with in 10 to 12 marks or 15 marks. So that's it. So in the next video we will solve the question of the 2604/2020, right? So this is the next video. Goodbye. Thank you.